There are many places where you can create mini sites on third-party platforms that you don't control. And these mini sites represent the perfect places to publish different versions of your articles that you created in the last video, as doing so will help to generate both links to your site and targeted traffic as well. There's only one small potential downside to using spun articles to create mini sites in this way. Because you don't control the platform on which the site is built, there is a danger that it can be taken offline by the platform owner if you somehow upset them, which is something that's happened to most experienced marketers at some time or another. However, apart from this risk of having your site taken down with or without reason, the advantages of building a network of mini sites on several different platforms far outweighs the potential downsides. For example, because you don't control the platform on which you create a mini site, it's not on your own web server, the links that you can generate to your main moneymaker are all extremely valuable. As each link comes from a different IP address and every one of those addresses is different to that of your main money-making website, these links are seen as being independent of your business, so they're quite valuable. On top of this, because many of the platforms that you build your mini sites on already host thousands, often very high quality sites, they're generally considered to be high quality authority resources. In effect, because many other members have already built extremely popular sites using these particular resources, you can build the popularity of your business by leveraging the established popularity of thousands of other well-regarded sites. Most of these sites are pretty straightforward to use and they all have instructions, so I'm not going to go into detail of how to set up each resource. However, it's nevertheless important that with each of these sites or each of these blogs or each of these building platforms, you must endeavor to create a high quality site that offers any human visitor value and a high quality experience. Now this is important because in addition to using these sites to build a link network around your main money-making site or blog, you should also sometimes send links from articles that you publish on directory sites and so on to some of these satellite mini sites in your network instead of always sending those links to your main site. And this gives these feeder sites that are pointing at your main business more authority and value, which in turn increases the overall strength of the mini network that you're just about to start building. And here are some places where you should create a site or blog. There's Blogger, which you can find here at blogger.com. There's WordPress, which is wordpress.com. This is the remotely hosted version of WordPress. WordPress.com. Then there's LiveJournal, which you can find here at livejournal.com. There's blog.com, thoughts.com, HubPages, which you can find here at hubpages.com. There's Squidoo, where you can create a lens. They call their pages lenses. There's Weebly.com, Yola.com, this used to be called Synthesite. There's Bravenet.com, and there's Zymic.com. And in addition to all of these resources, you can find plenty more sites where you can take advantage of free web hosting to build an even bigger linked network of sites. However, before you do so, you must consider the amount of time and effort it's going to take to maintain all of these sites. So you just can't afford to create your mini network and then leave the individual sites to stagnate, because this isn't going to help you drive targeted visitors to your main site, nor will it help the value of the link network remain high either. Constantly adding fresh content is vital, which is one reason why you probably need to restrict the size of the network that you build. Okay, now once you have built your mini sites, you need to start linking them together, but when you do so, it's essential that you link them together in the correct way. It's extremely important that there is a degree of randomization inherent in your link network, because a haphazard link network looks natural as far as Google is concerned. Thus, each of the individual satellite mini-sites should all be linked together in a random manner, and not all of them should be linked to your main site either. In this way, it makes it less obvious that this is a network that you have built yourself. While the search engine spiders will probably recognize that the network is one that you've created, you don't need to shout it at them by linking everything together in an obvious way. Essentially, the linking structure of your network should look something like this. You can see that all of the links between the satellite mini-sites are fairly scattergun, and they don't all point to the main site. And as I just said, this makes the link network appear far more natural as far as Google is concerned. This in turn makes it stronger than it would if everything was linked together in a very obvious way, which increases the power and strength of the individual links in the network. In addition to using this network to generate a powerful web of links, there is one other significant advantage as well. If every time you publish a new article on your own site or to a directory, you also publish a spun version to each of your mini-sites, then you've just given yourself 10 chances of grabbing a Google top search ranking as opposed to just having one opportunity of doing so. There is another benefit of creating this mini-site network as well, but I'll leave it until the next video.